Hello, and welcome to our March series, Pages of You, a personal journey through guided autobiography and soul collage. I'm Heidi Parker. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the Community Initiatives Manager here at Arts and Healing Initiative, and I am your Zoom host today. This program is presented as part of our Free Hope series, Healing Online for People Everywhere, which we created to support the resilience of our global community through social emotional arts. Each workshop offers a supportive space for connection, healing, and empowerment as we navigate the changes in our world. If you have previously attended a Hope session, welcome back. And if you are new, thank you for joining us today. We are grateful you are all here to create, learn, and grow together as a community. Today's program is in a meeting format, so please keep yourself muted until prompted otherwise. We are recording today's session in speaker view to be shared on our YouTube channel, and you are welcome to leave your cameras on as you feel comfortable, as we'd love for you to actively participate. Our session today is scheduled for 2 hours, and feel free to add questions in the chat as they arise, or you can use the raise hand function. Before we begin, we would like to acknowledge the Tongva Nation, on whose home and land the unceded territory of Los Angeles resides. As we are reminded of our environment's vulnerabilities, we hold respect and gratitude for the Tongva people who still consider themselves the caretakers of this land. By their example, we are reminded of our responsibility to our planet and to one another. So let us reflect on and honor with gratitude the Indigenous communities of past and present on whose land you are joining from today. Kimberly Lee is a versatile writer, editor, creativity coach, and facilitator with a passion for nurturing the imaginative spirit and helping others reveal their own inner wisdom. She is a certified guided autobiography instructor and an authorized soul collage facilitator, and has also completed training with the Center for Journal Therapy, the Center for Intentional Creativity, the Path Meditation, and serves on the board of Amherst Writers and Artists. She has led workshops at numerous retreats and conferences, and her stories and essays have appeared in numerous publications and anthologies. She trusts in the magic of miracles and synchronicity and believes that everyone is creative. And I will turn it over to Kimberly.
Thanks, Heidi. Thanks so much. And good to see you all. Welcome back. And thanks for being here. Happy spring. It's my favorite season. And yesterday was the first day of it. So looking forward to this season. And it's great to see your faces. So to the extent that you feel comfortable turning on your camera, that will be great. The recording is in speaker view, so you won't be on the recording. You don't have to worry about that. This week is health and the body is our theme for this week. So we'll be writing about this topic, and hopefully you've had a chance to review the handout that had some questions to kind of ponder and think about as you think about what you might want to write about today. And then you can always return to that. There's really, you can do each theme many times and just revisit it. But I do want to say a few words about this theme, and it really stands for all the themes, but I think this one can be particularly sensitive. So this may not apply to everyone, but I just want to encourage you to be very gentle with yourself and take great care as you write. The hope is to be shifting us towards joy and gratitude and appreciation for this beautiful companion that is with us through this journey. So you'll have many things to choose from, and I just encourage you to make the choice about what to write that is best for you, and be very cognizant of that. If you feel any discomfort as you are writing, don't feel that you must continue to write into something painful. Don't pick at the scab, rather give yourself permission to take a break. And this particular quote that a colleague shared with me goes so beautifully with that. It's from Karen Drucker, The Heart of Healing. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. So just be mindful of that with this topic, focusing on health and the body. it may have been through some things, it may be going through some things. And so we just want to hopefully be uplifting today. And then, of course, we always follow the CARES guidelines. I have that here. Which is to, in our groups, confidentiality, acceptance, respect, empathy, and support. So anything you share will be received from all of us under those principles. Okay, so having said that, Heidi is going to play a video for us. I'm not going to give too much introduction. I'm going to let it speak for itself. It's about 4 minutes, and then we will come back for some comments and into a warm-up activity.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's do this.
Scene 0, take 1. Mark?
So we've got one question that we want to ask you today.
Okay, well, what's that question?
The question is, if you could change one thing about your body, what would it be?
Only one.
I would change my forehead. I have a really big forehead.
I'd like to be taller.
The puffiness of my face.
My ears. I have big ears.
Stretch marks after having a baby.
A lot of times, like, kids would make fun of me, like, hey man, you get big ears, you got Dumbo over there, you know?
Definitely my skin, because I've dealt with acne and eczema issues ever since I was a little kid.
我小时候，因为大家比较喜欢大眼睛的那种美女，所以我就也希望自己眼睛能大一些。
Growing up, like, a lot of people call me like 5-head, or like, your forehead's so big. They've always like would say something to me about it.
Yo diría porque muchos todos caminan derecho y como que mi pie está un poco chueco.
When I was younger, I felt like I wasn't quite adequate enough.
Can you sit on the chair?
No.
All right, I'm going to ask you one question.
What's the question?
If you could change one thing about your body, what would you change?
You know, have a mermaid tail.
Probably like a shark mouth, so I could eat a lot of stuff.
I could have teleportation in my body. Extra pointy ears. I want legs like a cheetah so I can run faster like a cheetah. I could have wings so I could fly.
I don't think there's anything to change.
I like my body actually.
Yeah, you wouldn't change anything?
Nothing else. Just a mermaid tail.
A lot of people obsess about getting older and about the wrinkles. I love my white hair.
I loved it when it started turning white.
It's one of those things, because I chose to stay this way, because it just wouldn't be me if I totally changed the way I look.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video.
Thank you, Heidi. I love that. I could watch that over and over again. Any comments? If you have a comment and you'd like to say something about that, feel free to raise the little digital hand and we'll see you. But what I think is really fascinating about that is the huge contrast between the way the children interpreted the question. Like when the kids heard, or the adults heard it, was like, oh, change. Let me count the ways of the things I want to change. But the kids interpreted it as, oh, I could have a superpower. I could have a mermaid tail. I could run like a cheetah or have a shark mouth or fly. And I just think that that's beautiful. What if we could all return to that mentality? That video is about 5 years old. I'm hoping those children still have that mentality, just the feeling that there's nothing to change, just acceptance. And the only one that got it was the wise woman at the end. So I love that. So I would love for you, kind of following up with that as a warm up, to write a short note to a body part. Maybe it's the one that you placed in the chat when you arrived here today. Kind of just a short note, maybe about 5 minutes. And here are a few ideas. Might be a note of gratitude, a note of acknowledgement, or something playful. I've done this several times. I've written to my hair apologizing for all the frying and chemicals and all the stuff that I used to do that it's been through. Now I'm allowing it to fly free and do what it wants to do as it grows out of my head. I've written one to my teeth, as I went through a phase where I was always covering my mouth when I smiled or laughed, because a boy down the street growing up called me Rabbit all the time, and I internalized that. And then eventually a teacher told me to stop doing that. So anything that you would like, just a short note of gratitude, about 5 minutes. We'll keep the time. There'll be a timer, some soft music, and take a look there. Maybe there's a way to start there. And finding a stopping point. And of course, that's something you can always continue or do for another part. It's always nice. So as we move into our writing, longer piece of writing for today, I would love to share a couple of quotes with you that I just think are beautiful. Chibundu Onuso, I live in the most complex, intricate machine. Often we forget that. Our bodies full of intelligence, our stomachs full of neurons, are in some sense other selves within us. Naomi Alderman. And then finally, the body offers deep truths all its own, which is from a book by S. Cusisto and R.J. Savarese. And so this will be a chance to kind of let the body give us its own truths. And so the approach for today is I'm actually going to give you like a guided meditation. Stop sharing that. And then what will come up on the screen will be some prompts. And so I will end the meditation. You'll have a kind of at the end, I'll say, now write. And then you'll look up at the screen and the prompts will be there. And I'm not going to say too much. And we'll have 15 minutes for this piece of writing. I'd encourage you to reference also the handout with the priming questions that are offered by the Guided Autobiography system, and or anything that might arise for you during this meditation you might want to write about. So as we conclude, those prompts will be up on the screen along with the timer, and then you can just head on into your writing from that frame of mind. So now finding a comfortable position, maybe with your feet planted on the ground, your hands resting gently in your lap. If you feel comfortable, you might close your eyes or simply soften your gaze, soften your focus. And then take a deep breath in and slowly release. And let's take another deep breath in, filling your lungs completely, and then exhaling, letting go of any tension. Now bring your awareness to your body. This body that has held you from day one through joys and struggles, through laughter and tears. Imagine a warm, gentle light surrounding you, soft and golden, wrapping you in comfort. This light is here to remind you that your body is not just a vessel, it is a story, a history, a companion. As you breathe, bring your attention to the foundation that supports you from the ground up. This might be your feet, wheels, or another source of movement. Acknowledge how they have carried you forward, supported you, and allowed you to experience the world. Whisper a silent thank you to them. Now move your awareness up to your legs. Appreciate them for all they have done in their own way to support your journey. Now shift your focus to your torso, the core of your body. This space holds so much: your strength, your resilience, all your inner organs doing their best to work in harmony. Maybe this part of the body has played a role in bringing forth new life. Perhaps it has held pain, grief, or carried the weight of the world at times. Breathe into this space and offer it gratitude for all it has endured and all it has given. Shift your focus now to your heart, perhaps placing your hand there if you choose. Feel its steady rhythm, a quiet drumbeat that has never stopped playing for you. With each beat, it reminds you that you are alive, that you are here, that you are worthy of love and appreciation. Now bring your awareness to your arms that may have reached out and embraced loved ones, lifted, carried, supported, or simply been a steady presence on either side of your body's core. Maybe they've held others in times of need, or maybe they've learned to let go when the time was right. Acknowledge their strength, their tenderness. Now shift your focus to your shoulders, the place where so much is carried, the weight of responsibility, of unseen burdens. Let them soften. Let them release. Move your awareness up to your neck, this bridge between your body and mind, holding your head high through both confidence and challenge. Let it relax, releasing any tension it may be holding. Now bring your awareness to your head, this vessel of thought, memory, and dreams. Your face, which has expressed joy, sadness, love, and determination in its own unique way. Consider the ways you take in the world around you through your eyes, your ears, your touch, your awareness, your intuition. Perhaps your eyes have witnessed life's beauty and struggles, or perhaps you sense the world in other meaningful ways. Your lips or your voice or other ways you express yourself, they have shared truth, comfort, and laughter. Your ears may have listened to music, voices, or silence, or you may have experienced connection in ways beyond sound. Honor all the ways you receive and engage with the world, seen or unseen, heard or felt, spoken or expressed. These are sacred and they connect you deeply to life. Now shift your awareness to your nose, the part of you that has breathed in life itself. It has taken in the scent of fresh air, of warm food, of flowers in bloom. It has filled your lungs with each breath, sustaining you, carrying you through every moment of life, often without being noticed. Breathe deeply now, appreciating the way your body instinctively knows how to nourish itself. Each inhale is a gift. Each exhale, a release. Now take a moment to reflect. What is a story your body wants to tell? Maybe it's a moment of strength, of healing, of transformation. Let whatever rises come forward to your attention. And when you feel ready, slowly bring your awareness back to the room. Roll your shoulders gently. Take one last deep breath in and exhale. And when you're ready, open your eyes and begin writing. It is a lot of times when we will journal or write something and then we're done with it and put it aside. So it's really nice to go back to it and just read through what we thought. I think there's a quote by someone, I think Joan Didion, I don't know what I think until I write it down. And so then you've written it down, and then now to return and revisit it is wonderful. And then to hear it in your own voice, there's something about that. That's the way the process was designed. The Buren Center for Autobiographical Studies, that's how this process was designed, to not only write, but to share aloud. And there's that power and that connection. And yeah, things come up that didn't come up when you were writing. So beautiful. Thank you. Nice. All right. Well, then let us move into Soul Collage. We're going to have until 30 after the hour, so about 23 minutes to create a soul collage. And so you kind of know the deal by now. It is always helpful to me to select a primary image, cut it away from its background, then select its background, the new background, and then find other images and then glue it all down. But if you have your own process, feel free to go with your own process. And Heidi is going to put up the slide in a moment along with some music for you. And just experiment with it. You might, again, I had that and I don't have it right with me, but if you want to integrate images, you can kind of cut images and integrate them. I'll get that in a moment and see if I can show it to you. And then you might want to, if you have a person that is looking in some direction, maybe give them something to look at, or if they're holding something, give them something different to hold. So play with scale and sizes and just lean into the unusual, which is the nature of collage, things that we don't often see together, and just have some fun, just play, again, without concern for the final product, just play and put it together, because the value is in what we are going to come out of with when we interpret it. So enjoy, all the best. I will be here standing by if you have any questions or anything. Oh, question. So hopefully you have something that you feel you can work with to interpret for now. You might still tweak it later, but hopefully something that you can work with. And so I'm going to place some prompts to interpret this new collage up on the screen. And as you saw last week, any image can speak. So it's really up to you which image you would like to have speak. Sometimes it's easier to start with the primary image, which is generally a person or an animal, but inanimate objects can speak. also the background, really anything can speak. So it's up to you what your eye feels drawn to for any of these questions. It can be helpful to start with I am one who, if you like, or you can just head on into any of these questions and just ask the image the question, and then you're stepping into that perspective and allowing it to respond as you write. So we'll have about 10 minutes, and then we will head into small groups to discuss. Enjoy. So before we leave, I would love to, if you'd like, just to conclude this theme, what's one small kind thing you can do for your body today? So maybe think of that. If you'd like, place that in the chat just to honor this container that just does so much that we aren't even thinking about. It's just working. So just one small thing that you can do. And I would love to leave you with a beautiful poem by Rupi Kaur. It's really a statement. And I'm going to put it up so you can also see it. I reduced my body to aesthetics, forgot the work it did to keep me alive. With every beat and breath, declared it a grand failure for not looking like bears. Searched everywhere for a miracle, foolish enough not to realize I was already living in one. So I just love that. So enjoy this weekend, first weekend of spring, and the miracle that you are living in, and sending peace and blessings. See you next week. I look forward to it. It'll be our final week, life's work and career, and think of that very broadly, very broadly. So have a wonderful and safe weekend, and I'll see you next week. Back to Heidi.
Thank you, Kimberly, again for leading us through week 3 of this creating and writing journey. And thank you all for joining us today. We'd like to extend our appreciation for our donors and Los Angeles Department of Arts and Culture who do make the Hope series possible, and to poets and writers, of which this series is partially supported by. Please be on the lookout for a follow-up email that includes a brief survey about your experience today. The survey link is also in the chat box. And I did also post the handout for next week. You'll also get it as an attachment in your email, but if you wanted to go ahead and download it today, it is in the chat box as well. And we do have our upcoming trainings and Hope series through May available for registration. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Today is World Poetry Day. So also hopefully you might celebrate that later too. And we look forward to seeing you next Friday for the final week. Have a wonderful weekend.